Hello to all my new plant parents and plant lovers alike. I am here after a very exciting day featuring a mini road trip to the town nearest to us where I go to get my hair done. Speaking of, this is the first time I have not had hair extensions in almost 4 years, and well, it's a nice change. It feels soft, it feels light, it feels easier. So that's what's up. And I picked up some plants. So let's get into it. So today's road trip started with the hair. That was where it all began. And then once I had the hair appointment coming up, I started to look at the plant swap, sell, trade, etc. Give, I guess would be the other one, group for that area. And the day that I looked, there was businesses were allowed to post that day. So I have a plant back here from Stone City Tropicals. That was one of the businesses, and that big boy will be the last reveal of this video. So stay tuned because I'm going to tell you, let's start on a high note as well, and then we'll end on a great big note. So on a high note, we are starting up front, and I'm not going to say the woman's name because I didn't ask her permission, but these plants were such a fabulous deal, and I asked the woman why she was selling them, letting them go, and she just said because she works in a nursery and she has access to lots of new plants. So this is my Prince of Orange, which if you know me, you know that I have a thing for plants that have a name that is sort of royalty with a color. If you saw my stories today on Instagram, you know, because, sorry, that was probably really loud. You know, because you saw what plants I bought this morning, so you know exactly what's up. So I got this Prince of Orange and this beautiful philodendron Birkin that really is already two separate plants. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really two separate plants already. And I had to get this one because of how white the leaves are. So if you've been paying attention, you know that I have a philodendron Birkin, but it is not this white. It wasn't this white when I got it. And I am just, wow, in awe of this leaf right here. And there's new leaf coming up from the other plant, the center of the other plant too. So let me just lift that up so you can see. Try not to spill the dirt everywhere, but at the same time acknowledge that we're all here to see the plants. And sorry, I'm looking at the viewfinder over there to see the plants, although maybe occasionally to check out my hair because I'm still a bit like, is it working? Is that where it should be? I don't know. But yeah, so this amazing woman had listed, I believe there was also a big Raven ZZ, way bigger than this guy here, but we'll get back to him soon. So Prince of Orange, Birkin, that's really truly two plants with such beautiful white leaves and new growth, absolutely stunning. And in this video, we are going to talk about price. I still haven't decided if I'm always going to talk about price because, well, I'm going to do a video about why I don't think I should always talk about price. But in this case, because they're all pretty good deals, and in one case you can see because it's on the plant, we're going to be open and honest about like the Facebook ones anyways. Maybe not about the one in the back because it was a bit more expensive, and that's where I get nervous because people are judgy, but there are many reasons for plants to be different prices, and I'm not going to ruin that video. I'm going to do that video separately. So let's let's get back to this. This amazing woman gave me the Prince of Orange that I was so excited for. And I just love how the colors are. I also really love a red stem, which you know if you have been paying attention to the type of plants I've been buying. And then she was so kind. Did I say the price? Okay, so technically she was only asking $45 for these two combined, including their clay pots and trays. That's a great deal. Any way you cut that, that's a great deal. But when you factor in that I have some cuttings in this little bag, are you kidding me? She's so sweet. So in this case, I only had a 50, but I was happy to give her that extra little tip because, hello, this is a baby Raven ZZ right here. Isn't that amazing? Incredible. We're gonna actually use one of these little guys for him. Oh my god, what a good root system. I have no doubt that this will take off with how good this root system looks. And for those of you who remember me talking about the potatoes in a previous video, or maybe I haven't released that video yet, who knows? This is that, and I believe that is called a rhizome. So that is incredible. Wow. I'll be planting that guy up, but not in this container because there's no drainage, and we'll get to those containers. We'll talk about them. So let's get back to this incredible woman who gave me all of these cuttings, and I just want to be very careful here. Okay, so this is new to me. This is my very first Hoya cutting. Is it? Is this part of it? Oh wait, I think this is some of it too. Okay, yeah, so I'm really new at this. Yeah, I know what everything else is in there, so this has got to be the Hoya here. The Hoya cuttings. Now, I can't remember, did she say what kind? Let me grab my phone. Here we go, hold on. Hoya carnosa. Wow. Okay, so I've never had anything Hoya before, so we will see what happens here. If you know anything about that, anything that I should know, because I am completely new to Hoyas, let me know in the comments, okay? So now, this is where I probably should have started, was with the last cutting that I'm going to pull out, but instead, let's go to this one, because oh my word. Do you know what this is? If you've been, oh no, I keep thinking about clips that I've recorded, but I haven't released yet, because I talked about this clip, this cutting in my wish list clip, which I think I'm gonna have to totally redo at this point because of how many wish list plants I've gotten since filming that. So this is a philodendron Ryu cutting to match my Brazil. Beautiful. She gave this to me without me even asking, and what an amazing person. Isn't that incredible? So I'm just gonna set those over there, hopefully. And then this is where this sort of started, because I sort of hinted that I would be more than willing to pay a bit more for the original two plants rather than trying to negotiate if that was a snow queen in the back, and if she would be willing to give me a cutting of that. So it's beautiful, and you can see now in person that that is definitely much whiter than my marble queen, which is up in my view line there. So wow, those are perfect. I have new propagation vases that you may have seen on my Instagram story, so they're going to be perfect for that. And I feel like Hoyas maybe are not water, maybe they're better in soil or Leica or perlite or moss. So yeah, I really need to know more about these Hoya cuttings, so please help me out. Now, so that was my first pickup. Amazing, right? Like, if that was how every plant swap, trade, sell group went, I would be a huge fan, because that is incredible. Now I should clarify before you go and try and find me on Facebook, I use my partner Robin's Facebook account. I am not on Facebook, only on Instagram and YouTube. So that's where you can find me. Then my next stop was out to pick up another ZZ Raven. And we've got a little crispy leaves on here, so that's not great, but I think it's still a beautiful plant and a new growth point down there. And I'll be honest, I did want to have a second one of these so that I could try experimenting with propagation, but now my amazing friend here has gifted me this raven to propagate, so I am just made in the shade with all of these ZZ Ravens. And honestly, they're perfect for a lot of the spots in this house. Have low light, so they're just perfect plants around here. Now, technically, I picked up this big boy back here next, but we're waiting on that one. And I apologize because I think I keep getting really washed out by this lighting. So let me just see here if I maybe make it a little better. Hopefully. Okay. Then the final stop was kind of my least favorite. It was the most difficult interaction on Facebook itself. Like the time delay between messages was so long, and the message, like my questions never got answered fully. So it'd be like, what time do you want to meet? Where? And then only the time would be sent. So that was a bit frustrating. Luckily I brought exact cash because the person did contactless delivery, but hadn't actually told me that that was going to be the case. Everyone else did sort of a safe handoff, masks on, very quick, you know, minimal risk. But in this case, the woman just plopped this one outside on her bench and left the two pots as well. So this plant is gorgeous. It's a beautiful ZZ dwarf. The pot is obviously ridiculous. I hate plastic pots. I hate bright colors like this, to be honest with you. So yeah, this pot won't be staying, but obviously we'll let him acclimatize, get used to his home, you know, see how long I wait. I'm not going to traumatize or shock the plant because it has an ugly home currently. We'll fix it eventually. So I picked him up, and then here's the lesson that I learned, because these were pots that were listed. I think I forgot to mention the price. So going back, this one was $25. The dwarf ZZ was $20, and these pots were each listed at $10. So imagine my surprise when it was this small. Now, we did negotiate the whole package. The 2 pots and the ZZ with the pot was $35 total. So like, I wasn't gonna really argue, but even this pot, which I meant to be a cover pot, is much smaller than I thought it was gonna be. But also the ZZ dwarf is much bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Oh, shoot. Okay, hello, sorry. Please be okay. Here we go. Okay. So there's that. So anyways, the final trip, the final pickup, it's great because ultimately that is a fantastic price for that plant as far as I'm concerned, to pay 20 bucks for that. So even if these pots didn't work out, it's fine. But when I was driving away, I sort of thought, oh, I guess I could have just in the end, taken just the plant, left the money for just the plant, and not taken the pots and kept my money for them. I would like to do a video that focuses on the lessons that plants have taught me, because in some cases I have already been learning different lessons from different plants. Now, we're going to the part that you may all be here for, which is is it called an unboxing if it's really just an unwrapping? I mean, I probably called it unboxing in the video because that's what you're all searching for. That's probably how half of you got here, searching like rare plant unboxing or something. So this is amazing, so cute. Stone City Tropicals, and I am going to pull this off so we can read this cute little card together. So sweet. She says, I hope you enjoy your new plant, baby. Thank you for your order and have a safe drive home. So a nice cute little card. That's lovely with my name on the front, all ready to pick up, wrapped so nice. And that's where you can definitely tell that Stone City Tropicals is really trying to be a business. And while some of these others definitely are selling their plants and trying to make a profit off propagation, they're not quite as detail oriented as this brand was. Now, okay, so here's the problem. I don't think I know how to do that speed up thing that everyone else does on YouTube when the unpacking gets a little slow. Here we go. I want to see it too. Let's, oh my God. Are you ready? It's so big and so tall and so beautiful. So this here is an Akebono, and I apologize if I have screwed up the pronunciation. This is an Akebono ZZ, and I'm going to try and get her out of here. Him, her. I don't really purposefully gender my plants. I'm kind of opening them being whatever they want to be. Okay, so that's unfortunate. There was supposed to be a little package of dirt in here, her special soil mixture, and it wasn't included, but she did pot up my plant, so that is amazing. She did pot him up in an amazing, oh, we got a little dirty on the bottom. I'm going to get rid of that. Amazing pot with a nice mixture. And wow, look at how big and tall. So you can't tell as much right now because the leaves have started to change, but this is the version where they come in quite light, almost white, and then transition to sort of the normal green shade, but also just like incredibly tall. Amazing. Isn't that beautiful? So yeah, I need one of those little trays that these other ones have, and I'll have to go to the plant store tomorrow. But wow, so big, so thick, so tall. I don't have any other ZZs that are that tall. That is incredible. Wow, so good. Yeah, like look, next to the ZZ Raven, it's just like massive, massive in size. Huh? Wow, right? So, I went on a road trip and I came home with 8 plants. Between the cuttings and the potted plants, that's 8 new plants today. I think that brings my total up to 60 plants. Oops. And I don't think that includes any of the very expensive rare plants that I've bought over the last week. So if you have followed me here and you're not following me on Instagram, you want to be following MsLindsayM on Instagram because I have been posting plant updates nonstop. And if you are following me on MsLindsayM but you're not subscribed here, make sure you subscribe, please. And it really helps me out, encouraging me to make you more videos. And it also helps if you can like, comment as well. So, what do you think? Which one's your favorite? Oh goodness, it's hard for me to decide. These are my babies, you know? Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.